Here are the signs of a counterfeit versus the Godsent relationship. Number one, if someone is a counterfeit, you will realize that they contradict everything that is godly. And what do I mean? If somebody is a counterfeit, at the end of the day, you will be able to see that whatever they are doing contradicts the word of God. And if someone is from God, you will see whatever they do, it backs up the word of God. But without it backing up the word of God alone, sometimes you might not be able to compare with the word of God, but you realize that number one, do you have peace with that person? Spiritually so. Not peace of selfish peace, but spiritually so. You know, sometimes you might not be able to see the signs when somebody is some sort of weird or what, but sometimes deep down inside, you will be able to feel that you're not comfortable. You're not at peace. You feel like being with them, it feels wrong, but it doesn't make sense why it should feel wrong. For instance, you find out it's not like you have slept with that person to feel guilty, but somehow you do not have peace. Then secondly, you realize that the bottom line is this one. I think it is even straightforward. You can never be with a counterfeit whom you wish that you can change. Even the Bible, Paul mentioned that you cannot. How do you know that if you can make someone, you can save someone? So once you be involved with someone who's not a believer, straightforward, just know that you are most likely 98% chance that you're with the wrong person. So there must be someone who is already godly. And still, even if you meet someone who's already a Christian, that does not guarantee that they are sent from God. That's what leads us to the third thing now. You realize their actions with the word of God, their lifestyle with the word of God, if they live according to the Bible or they contradict. I have had many women who would say that, I'm dating a church guy, but you wouldn't believe on how he's breaking her heart, how he's cheating on her, how he keeps on doing this worldly stuff, and you wonder, is this a God-fearing kind of person? Women are also there were like that. We wonder, is this a God-fearing lady? She's not scared to, she's acting like a worldly woman, but she's a Christian. So that it shows that this is a counterfeit. And number four is this. You realize that at the end of the day, some people, they might be really godly, they might be good, there might be nothing wrong with them, but you realize that commonly, you just don't click. You guys, small things makes you to fight. You don't click. That is why the bottom line is this. I might have been a good guy, and I might still be a good guy, but the reason I am married to the woman that I'm married now, it is not necessarily because I was bad, but it means that those that I met and I thought that I would marry them, I realized we're not clicking on something, and they as well, they felt like something was missing from this guy. So a counterfeit, you will have to be forcing things, but someone that is God sent, you guys are going to click. Okay? And then the fourth one is this. I know that most of the time it is being said the countless time that at the end of the day, when you are together, you're supposed to fight for your love. You're supposed to really try to make things work. But if somebody is a counterfeit, let me tell you that you are not supposed to fight for you guys to love each other, especially if you're not yet married. So you must realize that once you begin to be forcing things from the get-go, you're not in the honeymoon phase, you're already out of the honeymoon phase, already you are forcing things. That one is obviously a counterfeit. Number 6 is this. If somebody is a counterfeit, check your spiritual life when you're with them and compare before you met them. Whereas when you are with a Godsent, you realize that they make you want to be more better. I once had a friend who, she said she got to know God by the time when she was dating this guy. It's just that it ended up not working out, but I like the fact that she he helped her to grow spiritually. So as much as that does not guarantee that someone is right for you, but let it be someone whom you realize is either if they are not breathing you spiritually, but you can realize that your graph is not even going down, then you're most likely with the God-sent person other than a counterfeit. Now let's head to the seventh one. The seventh one is this. You will realize that your beliefs in everything, spiritual wise, Christian wise, the way you understand the word of God, you don't fight. It's like this at the end of the day. It's one thing for you guys to know the Bible, whereas you have different beliefs. For example, let's just take, you don't believe in prosperity gospel, whereas your partner believes in it. You find that it really annoys you the more they always talk about the blessings of God, whereas you feel like you are not supposed to. You get what I'm saying? The bottom line is this: one of the biggest turn-offs for me personally, it was when I realized that there will be at times where you will meet a Christian girl and you realize that when you speak about the word of God, she fights hard. It's like you start to argue instead of building one another. She wants to stick to what she believes, and I want to stick to what I believe. So that already on its own, it made me to realize that sometimes if you meet while you are all thinking that you are this spiritual high, you will always fight. As much as you are both Christians, it's almost like as much as you attend the same kind of churches, still it's not too different when you attend different churches, because how you hear the message and how you respond to the word of God is different. So once you realize someone you're already clashing like that, that is a problem. Rather or better, someone is a bit lower than you, but you realize they're willing to listen, to learn. Like, I thought God meant this. I thought there was something wrong with I just don't like prosperity gospel, but and then when you explain, they're easy to take. So that person is good. It means you can groom each other as Christians. So of course, those were the signs of a counterfeit versus a God-sent relationship. And I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.